Hello and welcome to the Can't Stop Us All podcast because we're going to Area 51. Is that the meme you wanted, Tony?
Yes, that's the meme I wanted. A million of
Okay.
us, more than a million of us signed up.
So we should just warn you, if anyone's actually going to go to Area 51,
Don't.
there's unexploded mines outside Area 51, and
Well,
also
but
there's military
supposedly,
testing.
Yeah, this is the statement they've made is like, it's Area 51 is specifically
But-
designed for weapon testing.
That's what they would say if they didn't want people to discover the aliens at Area 51. We're
Yeah.
starting a little bit late today because me and Tony started talking about Bob Ross for like
Oh,
half
yeah.
an hour.
Yeah. It's unreasonably humid as well.
Apparently, all of Bob Ross's paintings are like impossible to get. His originals. There's a video on it on the New York Times.
Yeah. So apparently, like Bob Ross Incorporated own them all, and they have no interest in selling them, despite potentially making millions,
They would definitely make millions.
if not billions.
There's just like an old lady, and she's
Yeah.
got all the Bob Rosses. You just hang $1 million painting on her fridge.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like the camera could just win. It's like, is that Bob Ross there? And it's like, yep, that's a Bob Ross.
Okay. Should we talk about what we've been playing this week? Because I have tons of footage of what I've been playing,
Yeah,
and we can
So
talk about it
you
for
actually-
the entire show.
again.
Yeah,
That's
isn't
fine. I'll can I go through what I've been doing because mine's really
it?
easy.
Is it Space Engineers?
I've been really lazy again, so yeah, I've actually been fiddling around with the.
I was cutting Space Engineers off, but sure, we can talk about Space Engineers. Get out of the way.
We'll bring this guy back. So I've been fiddling around with this. It's a little bit different now.
Yep.
Actually, you can sort of see my
I got two
Yeah.
pictures of
Oh.
Space Engineers. Which one do you
What's
want?
the second one? What's the second one? Oh yeah, that's okay. That's actually at its max height that I could get. It's just 6 kilometers up.
Hmm.
Then it broke my game.
It lagged out.
Well, apparently you can't have a building more than 50,000 blocks.
This the Minecraft block limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could like technically dock another building on top of it and carry on building, but it'd be such a pain in the ass. I don't know if it would actually work.
So do you want to explain what this is quickly?
Well, from the first image,
Space elevator.
this is a space elevator. From the first, this is where it started.
Yep.
And then in the second image is where it built up to by itself. Like I pressed some buttons, let it go for like half an hour at a time, and then like see where it was, and it built all the way up 6 kilometers, pretty well. The thing on the bottom right of this image,
The Millennium Falcon.
not the Millennium Falcon, right? No, this thing with the black.
Point. There you go.
That guy.
This guy.
I actually put another version of that onto the bottom of this guy once I
Can we
built
get
it to
a
the top.
live zoom?
Yeah, enhance.
Enhance.
So he's the actual elevator. That
Right.
guy's the builder. So I've been fooling around with
This
both
guy's
of
the builder.
these. So they're a bit different now.
Right.
The builder's like.
Also, your screenshot is terrible quality.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's terrible quality. I don't think.
What did you take it with?
I think it was just Steam's one.
Oh, okay, it's just a Steam screenshot.
I think Space Engineers is terrible at taking it.
You sent it through. You uploaded it onto Discord.
Yeah,
because it's a
that's
Discord
true.
image. So you must have.
I'm wondering
You
if
might have hit print screen. I don't know. Get ShareX.
maybe I should.
It's open source.
Yeah.
And it's the best.
But Space Engineers
Not
has.
sponsored. But
Yeah.
it's just good. Go on.
Also, it's only a
You do
1080p
that.
screen though as well. Like it's not like a.
Got that
high
1080p HD DVD.
Yeah. What is in the background there? What the fuck is that?
They look like cactuses to me.
No, my other shit. So this is, of course, this is the dirt.
So this looks like a motorbike to me. I don't know what the fuck this
Yeah,
is.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
It looks like with drills on the front.
This looks like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that's the Durgle.
The Durgle.
It's a big it's a big buggy. It's not a buggy. What's it, like a big rover? Like it's like a rover carrier because it has like ships on top.
And it's got solar panels.
Yeah, and
Is everything powered by solar panels?
technically yeah, it's just got a ton of batteries in. So
Right.
because the wheels don't require too much power.
Do you have like a charging station?
No, it produces its own power. It's too big.
Okay.
That thing is massive. It's a mobile base. It has like all the refinery cells underneath that.
It's the
block of
mothership
it. Yeah,
of Area
basically.
51.
Basically. Yeah, you can't really see much on that.
Okay. The idea is that eventually on our planet we'd be able to build a space elevator and
Yeah.
make it much easier. Because the biggest cost to get out to space is going through the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah,
Right.
in Space Engineers, it's not a massive cost to get out of the atmosphere. It's just an absolute pain in the ass and really boring. If you could automate it and not have to use any like hydrogen, it'd be great. the moment, like, you either have to make something that's like. So technically, this, I don't know if you can see it, but like, that thing parked.
Enhance slowly.
I should have actually just taken a picture of my ship, to be honest. No, keep going. This thing here is a ship docked on like a little raised platform.
There's a ship docked on here.
This is its wings.
Because this is a ship. Is this a cart?
That's one of Michael's little ships.
Oh, okay. This thing, we need a banana for scale. How big is this thing?
So these are two sets of stairs.
Can't see your hands.
I know, but I'm pointing for you so you can go to
Okay.
it. Those are two sets of stairs, and those are two.
Yeah, we
so
see
that's
the
four. But
stairs.
that's 4x1 blocks.
We'll need. Okay, we're not featuring Space Engineers Fighters again unless you send me a 4K image,
4K
so I
image,
can zoom
okay.
in on it.
Can I do that? Can I upsample it, like, and take the screenshot through Steam? Is that possible?
No, just take a picture of your screen
Okay.
with ShareX.
I don't know why this is so small. Oh well. I blame Space Engineers because it doesn't do anything right.
Yep. Dave says
That's what I've
happy
been doing.
face. Happy face.
I've been pretty lazy though. Like, I've just been going on off that and just watching videos. I couldn't be bothered. It was too hot actually. I just couldn't be bothered to do anything.
I was talking to. I don't know if you've seen it. I was talking to Michael about the new combat update coming to Minecraft. Have you seen anything about that?
Oh, I haven't really seen anything though.
1.15, I think, is going to be a new combat update. So we're going to have faster attacking.
Oh, nice.
And weapons are going to have stats like
At
attack.
different speeds.
But there's also a new stat called reach.
Oh, cool. So you don't have to have like pikes and things.
So that's
nice.
pretty cool. They said that they want to work. Oh, fucking hell. Hit the mic. I think it was Jeb said he wanted to rework combat because he wasn't happy with it.
because he was the one that did the original combat idea. Yeah, I mean,
don't know.
I also heard that you burnt your house down twice.
Yes, I did. Should we look at photos of me burning my house down twice?
Do you know what was really weird?
What?
Is that you sent me the image. Did you send me one image or two images of your house being burnt down?
I don't know, two probably.
But you sent me the second one, I think.
This is my house half burnt down.
Yeah, then it got even more burnt down.
But then, because I was like, I'll make the floors out of lava, because then I won't have to light it. And then,
yeah,
I just burnt the whole thing down. Oh, okay. I took an image of some lava. This is me. This is what happened. This is a story in two images. Image 1, image 2.
We found the culprit, the bucket holder.
Oh, let me launch Discord. I think I sent you another image.
Yeah, you sent me a more burnt down one, then you sent me one with a fully built house, I think. If you didn't send me the more burnt down one, I think someone else, I think Michael sent it to me.
This is what it looks like now at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
But I told Michael that, Joe's burned his house down twice.
Yeah.
So like he basically went to exactly the same place you went to take your screenshot and took another screenshot and sent it to me.
Oh,
but
okay.
for the second burning down.
Alright.
So it was really weird. I don't know how you managed that.
It's because so the first time I burn it down, it's because everything's made out of wood in my old house, right? So
yeah, everything.
It was just a giant block of wood, and I was like, well, because I was like, I can replace the floor with stone, and then the walls started setting on fire again. I was like, fuck it. If it's going to burn down, I'll make the walls out of fire, because fire can't be burnt down.
That's true.
This is
how do you contain the fire though?
I like these pillars though. I was farming. It's chiseled nether quartz.
Oh, it's chiseled one. That's
from the stone cutter.
Yeah.
See, it's they're called nether quartz pillars. Once you grind them on the stone grinder.
That's how you get them.
I was in the nether mining. So basically, I built a tunnel from our ice rink. You know, we have boats on our boats on packed ice that take us really quickly between our two bases through nether portals. I built another tunnel that just goes to a lava lake, and then I just got like a bunch of buckets, and I've just been farming lava.
If you're playing techie, you'd start piping that out.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to mirror this wall to be lava. I think behind this lava was going to be some stairs.
Stairs through lava?
Who built the tunnel? I built another tunnel to the lava.
He's like, who built the first tunnel?
The people who built the first tunnel was Michael, Dave, and a little bit of me. So
I think it was mainly Dave that wasn't that.
I mainly put most of the ice down.
Yeah, you the ice man.
I farmed all the ice and I put it all down.
You were from the north,
put most of it down. So
the north had all the ice. It's kind of a shame that I'm kind of like done with like the whole vanilla Minecraft like.
I don't know why.
Loop. It's because I've done it before.
You've never defeated the Ender Dragon, have you?
Yeah, I have.
When did you do that?
I can't remember, ages ago.
You can't remember it. You got to do it again.
I defeated it recently.
We found the end portal actually.
Yeah.
Because that's something I've never been to the end in Minecraft ever. And yesterday we found the end portal. After fighting through 1 million silverfish, because there's a fucking silverfish spawner inside.
Yep.
The thing. So
when you kill a silverfish, there's a chance it spawns another silverfish.
If you've never been to a stronghold in Minecraft, basically it's a massive maze of
randomly generated awful rooms.
Yeah, and there was also a ravine in the middle of ours, and it kind of
the
generation fucks it up.
Yeah,
because if an end portal doesn't spawn, it starts the generation again. So make sure there's always a spawn. But it came to a point where we searched everywhere and we ruled everything off, and then Dave randomly dug through a wall and like, oh okay, here's an area we've never been to before and couldn't have gone to before because it didn't exist.
It's so dumb.
And then we eventually found it.
Honestly, I think they need to make it so you can build your own portal, to be honest.
But so what I'm doing in Minecraft is because I haven't talked about Minecraft in a while because I took a break from it. But burning my house down, making it out of fire, and then we're going to get prepared to go to the end and fight the end dragon.
What's your plan to take down the end dragon?
Shoot it with arrows.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Well, it lands on the bedrock platform as well. You also want to get dragon's breath for certain things.
I don't know what that is.
Basically,
I'm not a Minecraft
basically it breathes purple fire. It goes onto the ground. You want to take empty bottles and right-click the ground where there's purple on it.
Can you throw them back at the dragon?
I think it's immune to it, but I think you can use it for other special arrows. I think
that set mobs on fire or what?
No, I think it combines I think you can do area of effect arrows, so you can potentially have something like that.
Let's look it up because we have the internet.
We do.
Are you sure it's not a mod?
Is it not what?
No, okay.
No.
To make lingering.
Yeah, lingering. That's it. So you can technically make your arrows this, but you have to shoot through the lingering effect, which is a bit weird. I don't know how that works, but yeah, you can make a lingering. So you can make like you got a splash potion of like harming.
Yeah.
You can make a lingering harming. I think.
So it keeps.
It just stays. Yeah, it's just area effect. It just keeps going until it dies.
Okay.
How does this say how long it stays out on the? No.
To leave clouds with a stasis effect which linger on. Oh, so as long as they're standing in the cloud, they take the damage.
Yeah, but it lasts a little bit longer than what they normally would, I think. Oh, and there's the arrows. I can just put 8 arrows around it.
It's a 3-block radius of 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Especially if there is actually a harming one. That's actually really good.
Cool. There's still stuff I haven't done in vanilla Minecraft that I'm still figuring out. What was I looking at?
The healing arrows are really good because it kills skeletons and zombies, but heals you.
Okay, I just realised what blast furnaces did the other day.
Well, that's the new block though.
Yeah, it's just like basically, if you don't know, blast furnaces are twice as fast as furnaces, but they can only cook ores.
Yeah.
So you want the new campfires for food, and then
furnaces,
you want blast furnaces.
Furnaces
for
in
ores.
between and blast furnaces are ores. It's kind of interesting. They've kind of separated this out.
But it makes it more interesting than just so now you can have like a kitchen area with campfires, and you can have like a ore smeltery with blast furnaces everywhere.
And if you just want a generic thing in your like little camp, just get a furnace. I think obviously the blast furnaces and other mods or in mods. Minecraft isn't a mod.
Minecraft mod, yeah.
Yeah, but like they always make like iron into steel.
Right.
So obviously no steel in vanilla Minecraft. Goodbye, Space
Engineer. But 1.14 came out. 1.14.4 came out. Sorry, and this has had huge improvements on performance.
A couple of months in the making.
Now, you said that 1.14 was probably going to be the new mod.
I think just because of the interesting things they've added and like the way that people like it's been
because 1.13 was aquatic. 1.12 was.
We've been on 1.
What was 1.12?
Stuff. 1.12 was a weird one.
1.12 Minecraft. I think it was a big one.
I think it just added blocks. I think
the color update. Yeah, that's an important one. The world of color play.
But it just like in terms of the modding, it seems to be like the right time set when modders can actually like start. It added making
parrots. Mods. That's what we need.
Yeah, and concrete and glazed terracotta.
Okay.
And renamed.
But I think 1.12 is what most modern mods are on.
Yeah, I don't think there's any there's some mods 1.13, but they're not stable.
But I don't think Forge has moved. It's still trying to support 1.13, I think.
Yeah, they have to produce. It's like SKSC. They have to like completely make it for a different version, basically.
Oh, there you go. Minecraft 4 1.14.2.
Yeah.
1.14.4. I think 14.4 is probably the most stable version so far.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Generally, that's the case. So, like, the more points you get right at the end, is the more stable it is.
Unless they break something.
Yeah, but they are at least trying to fix it.
Yep. Okay, so I got. It's been like 2 or 3 months since they said that multiplayer was disabled for classic Minecraft, and we've had 0 updates. Okay. So I have no idea when we're going to be able to play multiplayer classic Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's still like a third-party thing. So I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about some of the games I've been playing this week. And I got to talk about this amazing game that I bought in the sale called Forever Racers. I saw someone playing it on a stream, and I was like, this game looks like really low budget, but it actually looks really fun. And I was like, I'll give it a chance. And basically, it's kind of like what I described the gang beasts of racing games.
Okay.
So basically, it's like a racing game that's multiplayer that you can play with your friends, but all your cars have wibbly wobbly jelly physics.
Oh my god! Okay, so you've actually got some crazy suspension.
Especially, I'll show you some. So I recorded a bunch of gameplay, and I'm using the clown car in this gameplay, and the clown car has the worst.
Oh my god!
The worst controls out of all of them. But I'm starting a race here, so I'm in a lobby with my friend, and we're going to do a race. And there's also AI cars as well.
Okay, I like how you start the race. That's really cool.
There's tons of different game modes you can play. There's one called Collect Presents, where you drive around the world and try and find presents. There's one where...
I like the number plates, by the way.
Yeah, it's got your name on it. It's pretty cool. There's one called Scrap or something like that. And basically, one of you is like a zombie.
Oh my god!
One of you is like a zombie car, and then you have to go and like tag the other ones and turn them into zombie cars. So it's like a zombie mode.
That can't have its boot open.
Yeah, it crashed.
Or trunk.
There is destruction physics, so you can like fuck up your car. I don't know if I was just listening to racing music when I'm recording this. I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright. Burning. There's also Skytrack.
Is this their music or is this?
No, this is my music.
Oh, what are you listening to?
I'm listening to Sonic. Racing. Can you feel the sunshine?
Good song.
This is their version of Rainbow Road.
Yeah, I hate Rainbow Road so much. Oh my god!
Imagine Rainbow Road with it's Rainbow Road no rails on a jelly clown car.
Yeah.
I was playing with like Andy and Dave the other day, and I said we need to do clown car Rainbow Road or it's Skytrack, and you're not allowed to brake. Just keep going.
You should do it.
But you see, like the blue thing, that's my ghost time, and basically the thing. I got to reset the track, I fell off. But basically, it starts off with just, I think, one track unlocked. And it asked you, do you want to unlock all the tracks or do you want to find them yourself? And we said, well, I don't want to, let's look around. But the whole world is connected. It's like one big map.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a bunch of hidden tracks that you can find and race on.
Yeah.
And once you find a start point for it, it will, you can race on it and you can teleport to it.
Okay.
And I found like one of my favorite things of the game was... was like teleporting around. Was just driving around and finding it, because when I first started playing the game, you just teleport to the tracks and you race along them, and then you realise everything's connected. Yeah. Like it's one big map.
Because you just drove off the track after you finished it to go elsewhere.
Whee! And then I drove into a river because there was a secret track there. But like we found like a secret banner and that unlocked the sky track for us.
Oh, okay. Is this an early access then, or is this out?
I think it's out.
Out.
Yeah, it's out.
Okay.
I played 3 hours. So on sale it was £2. There was version 1.2, so it's out now.
Okay, right.
It's just like a little indie Unity engine game, and that's the kind of music it plays for. I usually just listen to my own music, but this game is way better than it has any right to be, in my opinion. Like, you look at it and you think, oh, it's going to be some shitty game that you're going to refund, but it actually, like, it has like proper, like when you race, you have times.
Yeah.
And it has leaderboards and stuff, and actually you find yourself racing the tracks over and over again to try and get faster times and beat other people's scores and stuff, and it adds a lot of replayability to it. And the game is actually really fun. Like, it's pretty cheap even not on sale. It's like £4, and then on sale it was £2. So it's like it's a proper fun game, and it's like one of the games I wanted to highlight to say this is probably a game you've never heard of, but it's a lot better than
It's a shame there's only like 12 reviews.
Yeah, and I think most of them were for free because it had a free weekend on March.
Yeah.
But it looks like it got an update in March. I don't know if there's going to be that many other updates for it. Just bug fixes and stuff. So if you look at it and you're like, yeah, it's a couple of hours content of just unlocking tracks and driving around them, and if that doesn't sound like something for you, it's probably not the game for you. But I find it a good game to just background, just race, listen to music.
I feel like the value proposition though for £4 is like.
Well, I go for £2 because it's on sale.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
this is on sale. But one thing I will say, I don't think there's many people going to be online if you're kind of person who wants to play solo and join other people's lobbies. So if you pick this up with a couple of friends, that's what I did. I'm going up the mountain here. This one's
I think it's one of those games.
You go down a mountain here.
It's one of those games that's like super enhanced if you have like other friends that are willing to buy it and play with you.
Oh, one complaint. Not directed at the game, of course. Directed at speedrun.com. Forever Racers isn't a category on speedrun.com.
Wait, what?
I looked it up. I wanted to try and get the world record for some Forever Racers tracks.
Jesus Christ!
I couldn't do it.
I love how you reset. It just like really trolls you.
Yeah, you gotta do that. Otherwise, you're gonna lose too much time.
Yeah.
On Way Mount. This one's a hard track. Like.
These all look really hard.
I think we looked up because you can look up leaderboard and see what the world record is for it, and I think the world record for this is sports car, and the sports car has some of the worst handling, and this is like a track where you need really good handling. So that guy must have like really known his shit. Yeah, I think the best handling out of the cars is the van's pretty good, and the convertible's pretty good. Because they have the convertible's a cool car because it's meant to be played with a keyboard. So if you don't, I'm using a controller, but if you don't have a controller, there is a car made specifically to try and help with like clicky keyboards.
Okay, how do they manage that though? What have they done to make it better with a keyboard?
I think it just has more delayed inputs, which is more useful for using a keyboard.
It kind of just means you can't really use a joystick.
It's like slower turning and that sort of stuff. I'm fucking up my car, but in like GTA Online, I just used to race around on the highways, listening to music.
Yeah.
And I can do it on this instead because this doesn't take an hour to like. This is the GTA Online experience.
An hour to load.
There's so many fucking loading screens on GTA 5 and so many to get onto online. This is the GTA 5 experience. It zooms as your character on single player. Yeah. You have to select GT Online.
Oh my god.
Loading screen.
Wait, so there's no menu before you have to...
No.
Really?
No.
Jesus.
You have to select lobby. You go into an online lobby, you get kicked. You go back to single player. Loading screen. You get back into a lobby. I want to play racing.
I saw
loading screen. I'm in a racing lobby. You race around. I want to go back. You go back into a lobby. Disconnected. Single player. It's such a fucking troll.
Speaking of GTA Online though, like I don't know if you've seen this, but there's like an advert for like the new GTA Online.
The casino looks really good. Yeah, I've seen
we party all the time as well.
Yeah, it's got Eddie Murphy's Party all the time. It's I have an Eddie Murphy song on my racing playlist, but I thought, I've listened to Party all the time. So much I put Your Mouth on Me, another classic Eddie Murphy track. I always try and jump off the edge of this motorway to that lighthouse because on GTA Online there's stunt jumps around.
Yeah.
And one of the stunt jumps is you have to try and land on the lighthouse. And I'm like,
you're trying to
there's a secret track there, secret track. I would love to see them. And one of my
tracks?
my favorite thing to do basically is to just drive around and find new tracks and then race on them and try and get.
There is something really enjoyable, like in real life and in games, just to drive around places for some reason. Like walking around is boring. Driving around is fun. I don't understand. Is it just like the sense of speed you get?
That's an opinion, right? But like, I guess this game has a day and night cycle.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. Headlights turn on automatically. Next level feature.
Yeah, you have to pay for that in real cars.
But yeah, I'd highly recommend this if you want to check it out. It's really good. Anyway, should we move on to the next game?
Yeah.
Warhammer Vermintide 2.
This is one we didn't actually talk about last time.
No, I wanted to talk about this last time because I played this before the sale.
Yeah.
And this game is really good. So I've played Warhammer Vermintide 1, Jesus. And I didn't enjoy the first Vermintide. I turned the sound off!
Wait, does it have a different mode for full screen to small screen?
I don't know. Anyway. I didn't enjoy the first game at all. It was confusing. There's no tutorial really.
I like the look of the first game.
And basically, it was just a kind of a Left 4 Dead clone of rats, is how I would describe it. But the second game has really found its own footing. Like, I was skeptical, and it wasn't until a friend got it in a sale and he's like, I'll get you a copy and we can play together. But, you know, there's an actual intro to this game. It teaches you a lot of the mechanics of this. And it's actually really fun. Like, it's proper. It's not just Left 4 Dead with rats anymore. There's proper like medieval combat, blocking, attacking.
Yeah, I was just saying that wasn't in the original, right? It was really visceral combat.
And there's tons of cool levels. Like you have, so the rats called the Skaven, and then there's the undead characters. There's like big knights and stuff. There's tons of different classes to choose from. So this guy's a fencer at the moment. I like the fencer a lot because you're very quick attacks.
Yeah, is that longer range as well? Or?
I think he has a gun.
More reach.
And every character has an ultimate ability, sort of thing. So the fencer has like he gets everyone around him gets crits. There's the dwarf as well as you just saw that. Oh fucking hell! Why does it keep turning the sound off? I've hit the mute button. I play. It's not muted. Look, watch this. Yeah, mute.
It's resetting.
Mute. Why is it resetting?
If you play it, then mute it.
Fucking hell! Why is this so scuffed?
Valve. What have you done?
I'm using enhanced Steam, so
maybe
it's that. But yeah, there's melee classes, there's range classes. Pretty much everyone has a melee attack.
Who's got the akimbo flintlock pistols?
That's the fencer.
Oh really?
Yeah, but you don't have to use the weapon they come with.
Oh.
So there's also a loot system.
Okay.
So you can play a fencer with a giant axe or a shotgun or a crossbow or whatever you want.
How do I say this?
What?
Or ask this? So is there like a campaign? I guess is what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah.
Or is it just like missions, or is it like actually like you could?
The missions kind of have a story sort of thing, but I was just going through quick play, so I never played any of them in order.
Okay, because I think I'd be interested in playing it in order.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
There's kind of like a story before, and you kind of explore what you're doing in the Warhammer universe. And to give the levels replayability, you can also collect tomes, and you can also find artwork. That's another way to add replayability to the levels.
Like try and find all the nooks and crannies of levels.
Because it's like a challenge to find the tomes, and then when you pick up the tomes, it takes up your healing slot. Then on Left 4 Dead, you have like a med kit. And you have like a med slot, but the tome will take up your med slot, so that makes it a lot harder to complete the level with the tome.
You just need to complete it with the tome. Basically.
Yeah, and there's only one person can carry a tome.
Yeah.
So if you want to get all 3 tomes, you have to like get everyone to pick up one, basically.
Kind of like the gnome from.
Left 4 Dead, the achievement.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about Half-Life, but there's. In Left 4 Dead 2,
gnome as well in that.
Yeah, in Left 4 Dead 2, on the carnival level, there's a gnome you can carry through.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking of.
It's not similar to that, because on the gnome one, you have to carry it and you can't do anything else while you're
carrying it. Can you not? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, So like the dwarf, he can be like a little guy that jumps up and down, and he goes into a fury mode. Or like Matt, when he was playing, his dwarf had a flamethrower, and he was just burning Skaven.
That sounds pretty cool.
Mm.
This is a very Matt game, though. I'll say that.
He loves Warhammer.
He loved the first.
He paints
game
the figurines. He plays the game. He plays the card game, Age of Sigmar.
I assume you like because there's like medieval Warhammer and like future Warhammer, right?
Yeah, because this is the
40k and not.
This
40K.
is the this is the Vermintide. So this is the rat version of before the Space Marines and stuff.
Yeah, because I bought in the last year's sale. I bought
40K.
Battle Fleet. No, the Gothica fleet one.
Right.
I'm still yet to play it. Actually, I've watched some of it. It's really fucking confusing. It looks really like. It looks like there's not much to do once things go on, but then like you actually look at what they're clicking all the time, and it's like, oh, it's just clicking everywhere. But yeah, I think Warhammer has this really cool universe, like both modern and
but like the
future
fences, like a witch hunter, that they all have banter between them. So like the witch hunter hates the mage, and they're all like there's an elf and there's a dwarf, and they all have like their own unique voice lines with each other. And every time you play a character, you level them up, and you can select a different class. So I was talking about. They have different abilities and they play different styles. So each class has three different subclasses when you level them up. That's really cool. Then every time you play, you get like a box and you open it and it gives you random weapons. And it's kind of similar to Diablo, where you can just keep playing and unlock better stats on like one sword sort of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say this reminds me a lot of some Diablo-y mechanics.
Because there's like because towards the end I heard it can get quite grindy, where you could just keep playing a level over and over again to try and get better stats on like a sword or something like that.
Is that true for Diablo as well, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Diablo's like one of the most grindy games of all time.
Oh, yeah.
You can be grinding in Diablo today and still be getting upgrades after playing for years. So.
Yeah, I always stop before the grind, I think.
Oh, right.
I'm not.
It depends.
It depends what the grind is, though, right? Like, if it's fun, I'll do it. But if I feel like I'm grinding, I'm describing it as a grind, then I won't do it.
If the core gameplay loop is fun, then
the
grind is fun.
I wouldn't consider it a grind at that point. I just consider that playing the game.
Okay. I'd highly recommend this. There's
a lot of people do.
I have this on my ignored, even though I own it.
What?
I must have ignored it before I played it, because I really didn't enjoy the first one. And I thought, if you played the first one and you're like, oh fuck this game, I'm not going to give it a second chance, I'd definitely give Warhammer Vermintide 2 a second chance.
Give it a look.
Especially if you like, these sort of games of medieval combat, or you're a fan of like Left 4 Dead sort of games where you fight against a horde of enemies while moving to an
I like the idea of like horde-based gameplay with medieval combat, though. That is really a good idea.
Well, speaking of fighting against hordes while moving through different places, I've got some Counter-Strike Zombie Escape gameplay.
What the hell is this? What?
So zombie mode in most games, I think.
Yeah.
At the moment, so I played Counter-Strike Source again, which is one of my favourite Valve games, or semi-Valve games. And basically what's happening at the moment is...
Semi-Valve game?
I mean, it's a Valve game that somebody else made as a mod, and then they were like, hey, we'll buy this out. Basically what's happening in this server is they were just fighting a giant boss, and I'm a zombie at the moment, and I'm trying to get after them and then infect them. So I'll skip to the start. So this is called Shrooms. So a lot of people get randomly selected at the start of the level, and then they get turned into zombies.
Oh, stormtroopers.
Yeah, there's tons of like custom skins on Counter-Strike and that sort of stuff. It's a big the thing I really love about Counter-Strike Source compared to Go is it's more of a community game than CSGO is more like a very competitive ranked game, where it's more about Counter-Strike Go is more about playing ranked with your friends and getting better and leveling up, whereas Counter-Strike Source was more about community servers and that sort of stuff, which is really cool. Because this map has tons of levels, and we're now going into the heaven levels. We fly up on the cloud.
I love how glitchy it is, though.
So it's pretty cool. We get to
what? There's the
Teletubbies on this guy, but we have to fight the zombies off on the gates of heaven.
What?
pretty fucking epic moments.
This is very jittery though.
What do you mean jittery?
When the map moves and does stuff, it looks very jittery.
It's because the map's been made in like a 20-year-old
yeah.
engine.
Oh god.
But, like, there's some pretty cool moments. Like there's some holes here, so you can like shoot zombies down the holes as they're coming through. Like your guns have knockback and stuff.
That gold look is really nice.
Shiny.
Yeah.
But basically, the idea of zombie mode is usually you would go and you would hide, right? And you would wait for a timer to run out. But the thing I love about zombie escape is you're constantly moving and trying to get to an objective, and you keep having these key pinpoints where you have to hold off zombies.
Yeah, it's just like
while moving, because like we're waiting for this gate to open, so there's tons of us at the back holding off the zombies.
Instead of just like moving around one thing that you're just trying to hold, it's like actually moving along and your holding position is moving.
Yeah,
that's kind of
I'll skip to the final boss because
hell no. Oh no.
So this boss is really cool.
What the hell is that?
The guy who made this map is just memes, I don't know. We're just going to shoot the wood, so they can't go. But basically, we're fighting a boss at the moment. While we're fighting the boss, we also have to hold off the zombies at the same time. And this made this fight really interesting, because you need people at the back stopping the zombies getting over while you're trying to kill the boss, because eventually the boss starts doing damage to you.
It's like a huge totem, right?
It's actually like a fucking MMO raid at the moment, which is fucking amazing. So we're trying to hold off these zombies. Now he's doing damage to us, so we're trying not to die. I think we fell on this one because one of the zombies gets over. We're like, more DPS, more dots. And then the zombies come from behind and start destroying everyone. Yeah, they get over, look.
Nice. Yeah, the zombies actually hit hard then.
Zombies one hit turn you. They're not...
Really?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. Terrorists win.
Zombies win.
Oh, zombies win.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing. I'll see if I got any other levels. Oh, I went to this other map as well. This was like a. There's my Martin spray. Yeah, I spray on can spray from Martin. This was a zombie escape map mixed with a surf map. So do you know what surfing is?
Yeah, I know what surfing is. Leafy did it all the time.
Yeah, but
that's all I know.
So you'd have to surf stuff. I did a lot.
Do you need the knife to surf, like, by the way?
So carrying the knife gives you the most speed because in Counter-Strike you travel the speed of the item you're carrying. So you have the least resistance with a knife.
Because I always just see everyone with a knife. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, you go the fastest if you have a knife.
Okay.
Pretty much. I got turned into a zombie. Yeah.
Oh, you've been zombified then.
Yeah.
So you have to surf to
get to the next level before the zombies.
So why does the surfing work though? Like, does it happen like a 45-degree surface, or?
If the surface is going to the right, you hold down left, and if it's going to the left, you hold down right. But basically, it's just like a quirk of the Source engine that somebody figured out, and they're like, "Hey, we can turn this into a game."
I mean, it looks fun. I have no idea how it works.
Me and Jeremy.
What are you doing in there?
Because this part, basically, it turns into a zombie mode map where you have to hold off the zombies to get to the next part. And I just saw Jeremy. I was like, Jeremy, we got to hide here. Me and you, brother. Just be very quiet, Jeremy. Me and Jeremy are going to hide in here, and hopefully we won't get found out.
You also a stormtrooper?
No, I don't think so at the moment. Yeah, I think the zombies eventually find us, but we only got 6 seconds left, and we can hold them off.
They can't be stopped. It's too powerful.
I love Counter-Strike Source. Like I've been playing Zombie Escape. I've been playing B-Hop maps. I've been playing Surf maps. Like, yeah, I don't know. I've been playing TF2 as well, but I don't know any footage of that. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the community on these games that's so great.
Yeah, like the maps are,
and the amount of like mods and effort and stuff.
I will say these look fun, cool. Even with the janky mechanics of a 20-year-old. Is it 20 years old, the game?
It must be.
1999.
2004.
Okay, so it's 15 years.
Yeah, it's getting close.
That's still really old for that.
That's Counter-Strike Source, like the actual
yeah.
Original Counter-Strike is even older.
Oh, really? I don't think I've ever seen like original Counter-Strike. So
1.6 came out in 2000.
That was 20 years then.
So, yeah, it's like 20 years old basically. But yeah, that's been really fun. I'll talk about a game that I played and bought during the sale. I actually refunded. My friend Martin, who you may have seen the spray of in the Counter-Strike video.
He doesn't look like that anymore, does he? Does he sort of?
He uploaded a photo on Facebook recently. He didn't look like that.
Okay.
Because that's taken ages ago.
Yeah, so I mean, we've had that image for a long time.
I commented on it. The Milky Bar kid, all grown up.
Milky Bar man.
Yeah, but basically, what I found from this game, I think I bought it when it was about £7 on sale.
People like this game, but you didn't.
No. And I can see why they liked it, but I thought it was too expensive for what it was.
This is on my wish list, right, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, you want this game.
I can't remember like how it played now. So like it was.
It's a roguelite. It's like a roguelite RPG sort of thing.
I can't remember what made it different.
There's lots of different classes you can play.
Yeah.
And then basically you go through levels and you kill enemies for gold, and then you buy items from a shop. Kind of reminds me of Spelunky in a little bit of ways.
The art style's similar to Spelunky as well in some
this
aspect.
is way more pixely.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's like Spelunky at all in art style. Spelunky's very round, this is very rigid.
True. Me is like the Dark Souls version of Spelunky.
Have you seen Spelunky?
Yeah. It's bright and brown and orange.
Yeah, this is way darker than Spelunky.
I know, but I'm saying there's aspects where they remind me of Spelunky.
But it's the complete opposite color palette, and it's the complete opposite art style. I don't see where you're getting
No, I can still see it. It just, to me, looks like a darker
This
version of
reminds you of this.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're talking out your ass, but
no, I don't.
Anyway, basically the core gameplay loop is you go through levels, you fight bosses, you get keys, you get new loot. I don't know, I've never seen them. Never got that far. But basically, I found in the game I was having more fun when I was dead. I preferred to be dead in the game, like I wasn't enjoying the gameplay loop.
Wait, what? More fun when you're dead?
So when you die, you can become a skeleton and start fighting and throw bones at people. And then when you mega die, you turn to a ghost and you just watch. And I was like, I prefer being dead in this game. Maybe that's a sign I'm not enjoying playing this game. But I played like 1.7 hours and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to refund it because I'm just not having fun. Like I can see some people have fun because you can keep playing the game, and like the roguelite element is you can unlock new cards.
Yeah.
So you can start an extra level, but you have less luck and stuff like that. And that's kind of like how you progress through the game while keeping it a fresh run every time. If you like this sort of game, like it's very like in-depth RPG mechanics. So there's gonna be stuff like you can level up your vitality, you can level up individual stats. There's items you equip like boots with individual stats, so it's going to change based on what character you're playing and stuff like that. It's like a very in-depth RPG with roguelite in it, which and the core gameplay just wasn't for me. I didn't find it to be that fun. So if you want to check this out, check it out. But I ended up refunding it because it wasn't for me. So yeah, I thought I'd mention that because I have had other friends who did enjoy playing it. So
they kept it.
Yeah, so it's necessarily not a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's just not for me.
Just big skeleton bird.
Let's talk about I'll let you pick. Which one do you want to see? You go next.
Well, all of these, or
yeah, the ones we haven't done. All of these are ones we can talk about. Which one do you want to see?
This one.
You want to see Shores of Gold?
Yeah.
So we're at. This is spoiler alert. This is us going to the Shores of Gold. This is the final mission. So if you've not played it and you want to save what happens at the end of the Shores of Gold, look away now. But this is us going off into the waters. The waters turn red as you go into the Shroud, as it's called. But we have the Shroud Breaker because we're going to the fabled Island of Gold. I was expecting it to be more gold. It's more like an island. But there is a room full of gold.
It'd be cool if there's an actual island with like golden sand or something.
So this is one of the games that me and my friend installed for the Xbox Game Pass. I would highly recommend taking the deal of £1 for 1 month for the PC Game Pass beta. So you can still get the PC Game Pass, which is like the Xbox Game Pass. So the Xbox Game Pass only allows you to play anywhere titles. So those are just a couple of games that are also available on Windows 10. But the Xbox, the Game Pass for PC allows you to play like over 100 titles on PC. Yeah. So you can play Metro Exodus, the Epic Game Store exclusive, on PC right now with the PC Game Pass. And it's available. You need to be on Windows 10, and you need to have the newest update. But then you can play the beta for the Game Pass for PC. The games I have played on the Game Pass are Sea of Thieves, which I'd highly recommend. Since they've done the anniversary update and they've added the Shores of Gold story missions and fishing, of course, it's actually a really good game.
How is the fishing though?
It's great.
Is it?
It's actually proper fishing mechanics. You need bait.
Yeah.
And then like the fish pulls away from you and you have to try and pull it back to you.
Oh, okay.
And then you cook the fish. And you have to watch the fish and make sure it doesn't burn, and then you sell it to a sea post. And then you get rep with like a sea faction. You can buy more fishing rods.
Fair fishing rods.
Yep. As you can see here, we're pulling up the sails. Like you actually have to do like a lot of boat mechanics.
It wouldn't be a pirate game without boat mechanics. Let's be honest.
It gets you a higher... you don't need bait, but it gets you a higher chance of a better fish.
Yeah,
so.
It's like in real life. You don't need bait. It's just...
I don't think any fish is going to jump onto a hook for any other reason.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, what the core mechanic of the thing is, we're reading these books we've got, and then we're going to solve some puzzles. So this was the easy one. This is one that was already solved for us to get a medallion.
I think 2 weeks ago I saw some of this and you were like, Dave could do all the puzzles, but then you did the jumping.
Yeah,
so can basically there's the jumping?
No, because I don't have it recorded.
Oh, okay.
But there's a very so there's like a puzzle part of it, and then you get into a vault to get to the gold, and there's a bunch of traps and jump puzzles. So I was able to just immediately walk through that and do that because I love jump puzzles, and then Dave just kept dying over 50 times. This is one of the cool things, like...
Dave says they do IRL, by the way.
Okay, well,
about fish.
I don't know.
I don't fish either, so I have no idea. I'm not a big fan of fishing IRL.
These tall tales are very stressful because the only progress you can save is once you've completed it. So a lot of them some of them have these vaults at the end that fill up with water, and if you die, you have to start the entire thing again.
All right.
And there's lots of points where if you get killed and someone like throws away your quest item, you'd have to start again because there's PvP on while you're doing quest missions as well. So it's like a vast open world. You're always worried about other ships. So I have some PvP of another ship that we had in some of my game footage. So we solved the puzzle. We didn't drown, thankfully, and we got the shark totem. This footage here is just us mostly walking around trying to figure out puzzles.
Yeah.
While getting medallions.
Puzzles are always like fun to do, not as fun to watch, right?
Yeah.
Because I really like solving like even like the shitty Skyrim puzzles. Like I like doing it despite it being boring.
There's definitely like a huge emphasis in this game of exploration. Like exploration is key, and just figuring things out is really cool. It's not like I'll show you some gameplay of WoW, but WoW is go here, kill this, go here, kill this, and this it goes. Here's a book. Yeah. Here's a journal someone wrote. Read this and try and figure out where to go.
Yeah.
It's more that sort of thing. Here's an island I've described. Try and find that island.
Yeah, I find this a little bit frustrating because like I don't think that, like
I think the puzzles in this game are great.
I like the puzzles I just witnessed. They're really cool, but I don't like the vague puzzles. Like try and find this thing. Like I find that really hard to wrap my head around.
Well, I think we've done pretty much all of the tall tales. We pretty much did them all without a guide, apart from a couple where I kind of looked at. There was like a couple where I had to look at a guide to just make sure we were on the right path. But apart from that, we pretty much figured out all the tall tales on our own. So, it's definitely not too hard that an idiot like me can't figure it out. So,
but at the same time, I just get annoyed with things where like I feel like I have to look at a guide. Like obviously I don't have to, but like I just.
But then I'll show you some of the combat. If you don't want to see what the final fight is like, then look away now. But I did get the final fight of us fighting the Gold Hoarder.
I always feel like the combat isn't the greatest in this game.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool, but like it's not very varied.
What do you mean?
Just lots of shooting and eating.
Yeah, I mean, as opposed to what gameplay?
I don't know. I just expected more like sword parrying and
there is. I just parried.
But just more than that. I don't know.
Basically, this guy, you go to the gold vault, and then there's this gold hoarder here, and he just starts throwing gold at you and summoning skeletons, and you have to try and kill him. And it's this long extended fight. It's really cool. This is a cool way to end it. Eventually, we just run at him and attack him with swords and kill him. Just like fuck you. I think we kill him here.
It's like this is skull, right?
He's throwing gold at us at the moment. I think that's cool thematically.
I love his eyes though.
You sell his skull. That's like your reward. I like how you go to the Shores of Gold. You go to a room full of gold, and then the Pirate Lord gets summoned, and he's like, "You should leave all this gold here and just sell this skull." And it's like, "No, fuck you. We want all the gold." It's like we just did this long epic quest, and we get 10k gold for selling a skull.
It's not real gold. It's all melded together.
We were trying to dig it up.
I love the throne though.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. We don't have to walk back through the traps. We can go a different way, so Dave didn't die 50 times again.
The old Skyrim technique.
We come out through the waterfall, because I found this waterfall, and I was like, oh, maybe there's something here, and it's like, oh, that's probably where you come out when you're finished.
Yeah, I think this game is definitely not for me, but like
really?
I don't like the PvP elements. I don't like the gameplay loop in between the boring stuff. I like a lot of the ideas of it though, and I like watching the interesting parts. I find that when I watch stuff of it, like there's loads of stuff I'm not interested in whatsoever.
But we're sailing back through the shroud, and when you get back, your shroud breaker breaks. As we're going into port with the 10,000 skull that we just worked hard, another ship decides to attack us here, and this is kind of the PvP part I was talking about. So at any point, you're on a giant server with lots of other ships, and they can be friendly or they can not be friendly. And the best way, if you want to be friendly, is you have a megaphone. You go, "Are you friendly?" And it's kind of like Rust or something like that. So immediately they grab Dave onto their ship with a harpoon. I was like, "Oh, these guys are not friendly." So then my first instinct is I'm immediately gonna go to because we're next to a port. So if you buy a port, there's gonna be tons of other ships. My first instinct is I'm going to sail the ship into the port, and I'm going to bank our skull.
You're going to ram the port.
I think I do crash
ramming
into
speed.
It, when you're stopping, you put down the sails, so you raise the sails, so you come in a bit slower, and you can maneuver your ship in. I'm like, fuck it. If this ship sinks, it doesn't matter at this point, because the only thing valuable on our ship is the skull.
Yeah. You don't have to pay for a new ship.
No. But obviously, if you have a lot of loot on your ship and you get sunk, you're going to lose all your loot. So immediately I'm like, shit, let's sell this. Order of skulls. Order of souls. Yeah. We managed to sell the Gold Hoarder skull. You get 10k gold. Each tall tale gives you 3,000 gold, and you unlock a new cosmetic thing. So the ship at the moment has the Morning Star pattern on it, which is the Morning Star is like a legendary ship from the Tall Tales, and I was like, I think Dave kills them here, and he takes over their ship. So he's sailing it away. I'm like, well, I might as well fix this ship. And then I think one of them starts coming towards me, so I fight him. Yeah, I start shooting at him. Because his friend, I think, jumped off the ship trying to come towards our ship. I run out of ammo. I'm like, what the hell are these guys doing? Because they immediately harpoon Dave off the ship. He misses. Bam.
Bam.
He goes for the shot. He's dead. Easy as that.
Easy.
So we managed to fight them off for the PvP. I don't know how Dave gets back on the ship. He must have gone for a mermaid. I'm showing off my character here, so this is like there's tons of like cosmetics. My thing is I'm a TF2 player. I collect hats. That's my thing. I'm wearing the parrot hat at the moment. That's the new jacket from completing the Tall Tale. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm like, let's get a transmog. One thing about your character is I'm like a beefy character and Dave's like a skinny character. Once you've created your character, you can't change how it looks, like the actual
okay.
You can change like hair and stuff, but you can't go from a skinny character to a big character. That's a different pirate. They'll have different gold. That you have to start again. Basically on that character. But I think I also have some gameplay of us fighting a megalodon as well. I'll just skip forward a little. Yeah, here it is. So this is another one of the random encounters. Is you can get a giant megalodon. I got to put on the rainbow flag to let people know that we're friendly pirates.
It's a beautiful flag.
But we start getting attacked by a megalodon. We're just trying to shoot him. So you fire guns at him and you shoot him with cannonballs. And there's also a kraken that can attack you as well. So this is one of the cool things. Like basically, what happens is you go somewhere. You get like a treasure map maybe, and it'll have a clue. You'll find some treasure, and then you get attacked by a shark. You might see other players. Usually, the best thing to do actually when it comes to other players is, which is why I think you might be able to enjoy it, because you can go on a big ship right with other people, and you can form an alliance with people.
Yeah, but
so you don't have to PvP at all. Yeah. So what you do is you put up alliance flag. You go alliance, and then whenever you hand in treasure, they get gold from it. Extra gold. It doesn't take any gold away from you. And when they hand in stuff, you get gold. So actually, it's the best thing you can do in this game is form a giant armada in your server and just have all your ships going off in separate directions and gaining
I find I don't like interacting with new people.
Oh, okay.
So I like primarily PvE stuff because of that very reason.
There is, at the moment we're doing a PvE. There is tons of PvE stuff to do in it as well. Cause we're
no, but I don't like the PvP elements that can... I
mean, yeah.
I don't like dealing with other people. The mechanic. I don't enjoy most games with mechanics like PvP. To be honest.
Well, that's one of the things about this game is at any point there is no PvE servers.
Yeah.
So at any point, even if you're in the middle of a mission or someone can come along and just attack you, or they could be your friends. That's kind of the duality of the game. Yeah. At any point, it kind of makes you always wary of other people.
I'd rather be wary of other NPCs than other people.
There's skeleton ships as well, so that's another thing. But
I'd much prefer to have like faction NPC ships that may or may not be friendly. But that's just me. I just didn't think as much health you thought.
You can like break your legs if you fall too far, and you have to wait for those to heal.
This was I was gonna ask. I completely forgot last time. It wasn't on podcast or anything, but this is like a medium ship, right?
This is the sloop's the small one.
Yeah.
The galleon's the big one, and this is the Vagante.
Yeah.
So this is the medium ship.
Yeah.
The difference between so the sloop has 2 cannons, and it's really easy to turn.
Is it quicker or is it just more maneuverable?
This is so the amount of sails you have determines how quick you move.
But then
this has 2 sails. And it has 2 sets of cannons, so me and Dave can be shooting at the same time, which is why we choose the medium ship. And the galleon is the big ship, and you kind of need 4 people for that. That's more like a big ship. Like I wouldn't go on a...
Is that minimum of 4 people?
Or like no, you could do it with like 2 or 3, but it's just way easier to be on a brig than it is to be on a galleon with less people, because you need more people to like... raise the anchor, and it's a bigger ship, so it's like harder to move from one place to another. My favorite ship is the sloop. Sloop's more for like if you're playing solo.
Okay.
But I really like the sloop just because of how easy it is to turn and how condensed it is, and how close together everything is.
I like maneuverability over speed normally. I don't know why. I also like speed, but durability.
Yeah, it's entirely possible to solo on a galleon, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like, I don't think it's too much of a benefit, honestly.
Yeah, like you think.
I think you'd be better off on a brig or a sloop.
Does there have a front-mounted cannon? The sloop.
None of the ships have front-mounted cannons.
Okay.
There's harpoons on the front side, so you can harpoon players, like Dave got harpooned.
Yeah.
You can harpoon items out the ocean. I think we harpoon when we kill the megalodon. We harpoon the loot out. Skip to it. So I think I start carrying the chests, and then Dave goes on the harpoon.
Yeah.
And he harpoons the loot.
I really like the nighttime in this game, though.
Yeah, it's cool. Dude, being in the ocean when it's dark is so scary. Because there's also little sharks that come up and attack you if you spend too long in the water.
He's trying
to harpoon me so I can get back to the ship, but he just keeps missing.
Well, to be fair, the waves are pretty strong. There's a pretty...
Yeah.
I love the wave mechanics in this game, by the way.
Yeah.
That is the most realistic I've ever seen.
But that's what you can't turn them off, which is kind of annoying because they're part of the game.
Yeah, it's physics-based. It's not rendered.
Annoying for someone who suffers from motion sickness.
You should be playing a pirate. You should play a space pirate game instead.
Space pirate.
To be fair, I was thinking this. If there was a space pirate game, with only like a PvE space pirate.
Well, seeing as how we're talking, what time are we on?
1 hour.
Okay, well, we're not talking about any news topics this week. The other Xbox Games Pass game I played this week was State of Decay 2.
Okay.
So State of Decay 2 is a kind of a base building game mixed with a first person shooter with RPG mechanics, kind of.
Oh, so it's like Fallout 4.
No, not like Fallout 4. Basically what you do is you build an outpost and then you have citizens and you have to keep them happy and get them supplies, and you're building a base and you're going around looting stuff. And the core mechanic is you're going around and you're basically just looting supplies and stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to play different characters as well, because your characters will get injured, they'll get tired, so you have to switch between characters. And certain characters have certain quests, and they all have their own different stats as well.
Reminds me of a zombie board game that I have, where you have to play multiple characters in your little squad to survive a zombie.
I think Dave said he's playing State of Decay now. Because you can have your own game, and then the way the multiplayer works is they'll just join your game as one of your NPCs, and they can help you.
That's cool. Does that work though?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have their own loot sort of thing, so we're always loot military output. These military outputs, because they have such good loot. And I was like, I'm out of frag grenades. Hang on, let me just get rid of this frag grenade quickly, so I can pick up more frag grenades. I'm like, have you ever seen South Park? They're coming right for us. I was like, I'll get rid of this frag grenade. But sound plays a big factor. You can search boxes quickly. If you do, it alerts zombies, and sound's pretty important.
So if you're being chased by lots of zombies, you go quick. If not, you go slow.
And then you upgrade your bases, so you can also get outposts. And what I did was outposts give you more resources, passively over time. If you need medical resources, you can get a abandoned hospital, and they'll give you medical resources over time. Or if you need food to keep your citizens happy, you can take a pizza shop or something like that.
Oh right, okay.
But one thing, you can also, when you unlock an outpost, it doubles up as you can drop resources off there into your lockers.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what I did is I chose ones next to me, not realizing I should spread them off across the map. Because you're constantly driving around the map, I'll show you here. We're driving around, getting to the. Because the main mission because it gives you a main mission to do, and then it gives you side missions to do, and usually you get tracked out because there's normal zombies and there's plague heart zombies, and the plague zombies, they can infect your characters, and then you need to disinfect them.
So
with your medical facility.
Can't infect them. That's all.
There's me hitting Dave with a car. Normal zombies don't infect you, but the plague zombies you can get infected by the plague. Yeah.
Right. He's in the car.
Yeah, he's a little bit stuck. One thing about this, if your partner gets too far away from you, it'll teleport you, so you kind of need to stay kind of close to each other.
Yeah.
But all these cars, this car doesn't have very much gas, so I think it's got gas in the back, so I'm gonna fill her up with gas. and then we're going to drive. And I got some gameplay of us. So the main mission was to destroy plague hearts.
Oh, those are the big guys.
Not the bees.
What are the damn sauna?
There's these are like boomers. They explode and they explode into like flies that damage over time.
Do you have red eyes?
The plague ones do, yeah.
Oh, so normal ones don't.
No, that's how you know.
I do like the red eyes.
If you see the heart thing, this is the plague heart which you're destroying, and that'll stop the plague zombies from spawning. I'm like, well, I've got some C4. Let's put some C4 down. I put C4 down, and usually it's pretty hard to take out the plague hearts, but I was like, what if I just blow up the C4? Cool guys don't look at explosions. Boom. Plague heart destroyed.
100 influence.
Yeah, influence is like the currency of this game, so that's what you use to buy outposts.
Yeah.
There's traders which you use to buy items with influence.
So it's kind of like almost like a respect system, or like people willing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The main thing is you're always running out of space, so you always want to be near an outpost. You want to take a car because cars have trunks, and the sports cars have they're the fastest cars, so they're quickest to get around, but they have the smallest trunks.
Yeah. And
then the bigger cars have bigger trunks, so that's like the trade-off you have. Like we've got a van here because we started running out of space, so the van's slower, but it has a bigger trunk. So that was like.
It's also probably a diesel. I assume all the cars take the same fuel though.
Yeah. They all take just petrol.
Yeah.
But here we are cleaning out some.
Is that the whole map we just saw?
This is just one map.
Oh, okay, right.
Because if you look back at the map,
rewind, enhance.
No, I had the perfect screenshot. You know. I'm constantly looking. Anyway, but basically, I researched it so I can unlock new areas.
Yeah.
So we want to clear this area of the plague heart, and then we can go to another area and we can loot it and clear that of a plague heart.
There's quite a bit of work to be done to clear.
There's a lot of. One thing I was like is like, basically, usually you start doing a quest, and then you get sidetracked doing a bunch of busy work.
Oh, okay.
And then you go back, and then your base is like, we're under attack by zombies. Come back here and help us. And it's like, in the beginning, like. There's a lot. It doesn't do it. There is a tutorial kind of, but I don't think it does a great job of explaining a lot of the mechanics.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the game kind of reminded me of Fortnite Save the World. And Dave said, "Don't say that. That's such an insult." I was like, but it's true. Like, there is a lot of this game is you are defending a base against zombies. You're building stuff up, and there's a lot of like busy work. I would say a lot of the time, like, go here, kill zombies, go here, kill zombies sort of thing. There is, like, other missions, but if you like the core gameplay loop of this is probably going to be pretty fun.
Why are you just leaning out the door?
Because you can open your door and you can smash zombies on it.
Just imagine driving that in real life, though.
Your NPC, when you have an NPC sitting in the car, they all open their door to smash zombies. It's pretty, but the doors are important because there's hunter zombies and they will grab onto the side of your car and they will pull your doors off. And if that happens and a zombie's on the side of your car, they will just immediately pull you out the car because you've got no door there. Yeah. So that's like a really annoying thing. I think that happens in this video at some point. But we're going to clear out another plague heart and I just throw some grenades at it. We found at the military outpost.
I do really like the look of it. It's
this
really
game
cool.
is. At the beginning, when I first started playing it, I was struggling to get into it.
Yeah.
But the more I played it, the more I actually started enjoying it and started to get into it. So it's like
went from Fortnite Save the World to
an okay, yeah, it is
to a good game.
Yeah. Okay. I will say, I don't know. It's kind of annoying to get into, but once you get into it, it can be good. It can be grindy. There can be, some repetitive, busy work. But there's still fun to be had in it as well. So I wouldn't say it's a great game, but I still enjoyed it. I'd say it's.
I like watching this game.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of busy work as well. I see.
I'd say I wasn't enjoying it at first, but once I got into it, then
so I started getting it. A lot better with other people?
Yeah.
Friends especially playing alongside with you.
Actually, some of the time I was kind of like, I wish I was alone. Not no disrespect to Wave, but some of the times I just feel like I'd rather go off, do a mission for like 10 minutes, log off, go and do something else, come back.
Is Dave playing now, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes, I feel like it's one of those games that's more stop and start gameplay rather than it's more drop in, drop out.
Instead of playing
for like 3 or 4 hours or something. Like I think one time we had like a 5-hour session. I was like, I need to get off this game. I've played it too much.
Stop at any time.
But there's like a lot of like elements where it'll just be like, you're like, I'm gonna do this mission. Now I'm sidetracked to do this.
Yeah.
Sidetracked to do this. My thing's full. I need to go and drop some stuff off. There's like a lot of
and the busy work
inventory management and that sort of stuff.
So the busy work isn't the most fun things.
I'd say the most fun thing is exploration.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's these outposts you go to and you scan the area. I like destroying plague hearts. That's fun because that's a challenge.
It's like getting rid of the infection on the map.
But sometimes I find it kind of annoying because when you switch between characters, you kind of have to start again because the stats of each character are tied to the character. So I've just been playing a guy and I've unlocked like guns for him and I've unlocked he now has new fighting abilities, but then I have to do that all over again and it feels like you're restarting the game whenever you play a new character, sort of, until you've like played them all and leveled them up. So that's why I think it was annoying in the beginning, because basically as soon as I had to put a character that got injured or was tired and had to go to sleep, it was like you were starting again.
Yeah,
pretty much, which is why the barrier for entry can be kind of annoying. But overall, if you've got the Xbox Game Pass, definitely check this game out. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth playing on your own or playing with someone else. It's pretty fun. Check it out. Give it a chance. Keep playing. Keep doing some missions, and if you like it, keep playing it. But yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend buying this game, but
on a sale,
Xbox Game Pass, check it out. Xbox Game Pass for PC, you can get this. I was trying to download Gears of War 4 so I could play that before my thing expired, but I couldn't get it to download off the Windows 10 store. The Windows 10 store is super buggy sometimes, so.
Okay.
Also, my Xbox Game Pass has expired, but I can still play State of Decay 2. That's a feature. I haven't tried to see if these, but I think for some reason I can still play it, even though my thing has expired since the 16th. So if Microsoft is listening, you might want to fix that exploit. I'm still able to play games, even though I've checked my account and I'm not subscribed.
So are you gonna resubscribe or?
So at the moment I have Xbox Game Pass for console, and then I play through the Windows 10 Play Anywhere feature.
Yeah.
But I might resubscribe to the Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Yeah.
Which also has the deal of £1 for 1 month, as opposed to the Xbox Game Pass for Xbox for £1 for 3 months.
Yeah.
But £1 for 1 month is a really fucking good deal. And then I think once you if you want to resubscribe after the initial deal, it then goes to £4 a month, which is pretty reasonable.
Is that what it's meant to be forever then, or was that going to be increased to like £6, £7?
No, I think it's going to be £4 a month.
Okay.
I don't think they have an annual fee. I think annual fee would be a lot better with a discount.
Yeah, but it's already pretty cheap though, so I don't think they could really get away with. But I guess
there's also the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
Which David's confused about. Basically, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, if you're confused about what it is, it's basically just the Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live bundled together. Because the Xbox Game Pass isn't already bundled with Xbox Live, because Microsoft is greedy and still wants people to pay for Xbox Live, so you can bundle them together for a cheaper price.
If they gave you dedicated servers, like you could control with that price, I'd be okay with that pricing, but they don't. It's just.
So here's the thing that's kind of hard to understand in this game. Like some things they just don't explain to you, and it's a bit confusing. Like you can have too much of a resource, and then your people will start wasting it. I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to tell when I had too much of a resource without putting too much of a resource in.
Yeah.
Like, where's the cutoff for these resources? Like I have 34 fuel. It doesn't say like 35 out of 30 or something like that. That would be useful to know, but there's a lot of like hidden stuff. Like that's why it reminded me of Fortnite Save the World. Like Fortnite Save the World, there's a lot of like hidden stuff, and it wasn't streamlined at all, and they had multiple iterations of the game.
I think the idea is that you can play it and then figure it out yourself, and then once you know it, you just wish it was there.
How long have I been talking about just the games I've been playing?
The whole podcast?
Are we going to be able to talk about any... Should we go to quick news?
No.
We have to finish now. I haven't even talked about the other games I've been playing this week.
Well, let's just keep going.
Just keep going.
Keep going with the game. You can't stop us all.
Fucking, can we not do... The news is going to expire before anything else.
Okay, do the news that we definitely can't...
I think a quick... GOG Galaxy. I could talk about this next week, but there's not much to talk about with this. Basically, I'll just show it off. I haven't signed an NDA, so I can show you the closed beta, but you just import all your games, and then this is what it looks like. So now I have 674 games from GOG, Steam, Origin, Epic, and Uplay.
That's so good. They all launch properly and...
Yep. So, and if you want to, you can just look at my Steam games. Or I can just look at my Origin games. It shows you the games I have in Origin.
I like you've got 2 Mass Effect 2s.
I think one is... this is the Deluxe Edition.
I think that's an Origin problem, because I have a similar issue.
I've looked at my Epic games. I got Fortnite.
Fortnite?
Epic. And you can install it from here.
Do you just include your Twitch stuff then?
Twitch isn't on there yet.
You're right.
That's one I really want because I have so many games on Twitch and I never know what I have.
At it, yeah.
Hang on. You can't import your friends list yet in the closed beta.
Okay.
But basically, the integrations.
Oh, that's really...
So at the moment, I don't want to show this because it's got my account information on it.
PlayStation and Xbox have you had?
So the officially supported integrations at the moment are GOG.com and Xbox Live. But there's community integrations. So all of these are added by the community because they have open source.
Yeah.
What's it called? Where you have that website where you can have open source thing. I never understand how it works.
It's not on GitHub, is it?
GitHub.
They actually put it on GitHub?
Yeah.
Really?
So if you want to add implementation for the Twitch launcher, you just go onto GitHub and you can add it yourself. And they have instructions on how to do it. So it's called community integrations. The community integrations are Epic, Origin, Steam, Uplay, and then eventually maybe they'll get an official integration when they can make contact with the other people.
I actually feel like
that's really cool.
I'm going to be using this when this comes out properly.
So that's something really cool about it. Is if there's a launcher you use that isn't on here, you or somebody else can add it themselves to it, which is really cool.
Yeah, just need to figure out how their game flipping works, or how their
at the moment, so the thing people wanted was the ability to launch from here, and then as soon as it's launched, close the launcher of the thing. So, for example,
close
launch Fortnite and then close the Epic Games launcher, or something
especially
like
Uplay.
Yeah, and close the Uplay once it's loaded.
Yeah.
Some of them don't have logos, like Dance of Ice and Fire from Steam, which I recently bought on a sale, doesn't have one.
Can you add your own images to it?
Yeah. And you can hide games. Like I hid some that were like
the duplicates.
No, because this is the Steam version of Amnesia I have, and this is the GOG version of Amnesia I have. But I hid like test servers and beta branches and stuff like that.
Surely you need one of those though.
Well, depends if I want to play the Origin version or the Steam version.
What's the difference?
One's an Origin and one's a Steam. One thing I really like is they have their own activity feed for games.
Okay, can we go? In your all games, you can filter. You can just go through your Steam Origin thing separately. Yeah. Okay.
But like, for example, if I scroll down a bit.
What's the actually your GOG?
So right, like here, I've played 200 hours of Apex, and that's a stat is created on here. But I can also have stats. Steam has inbuilt ones and achievements and stuff, but it can show, it can make its own stats from games that aren't on Steam and stuff. So that's really cool.
But it's important Steam's stats because you're logging in through Steam basically on here.
And you can still use the GOG store as well.
Actually, I have some issues with GOG store and like some of the layout and like how it uses, but I actually really like.
What they said was, if GOG Galaxy is good, maybe buy a copy of Cyberpunk.
I will. Don't worry.
Have you played The Witcher 3 yet?
Not properly. I've played it though. I'm still playing through
Witcher 1. 70%. Don't play Witcher 1. That's a fucking prank.
I like the story though. Is the problem? I actually really love the Witcher story. Like it's so. I don't know. Like Like it has like some, you know, like how like some like the Eldritch stuff or some of.
If you want to play, if you want to get into The Witcher, my recommendation is watch the cutscenes of The Witcher 1 on YouTube because the controls for The Witcher 1 are fucking AIDS.
You can't even fix it with mods.
No. Then play through Assassins of Kings, Witcher 2, then play Witcher 3.
Yeah, Witcher 2 is really fucking good. Like combat, story, and like choices and things.
On The Witcher 3, you can go straight to the DLC if you want to. Like on a new run, but I'd recommend playing to the main story. I have Witcher 3 and I have Heart of Stone, but I don't have Blood and Wine or the other one. I think there's another one.
The Game Edition has all of those things in, right?
There it is.
That's a Cyberpunk advert. That isn't Witcher 3.
Game of the Year edition. Because they include all this stuff. Like, you have like artwork, comics,
I think I recently bought on a GOG sale like last year, this version, because it just had everything in it. It was cheaper than getting the extra stuff.
Because I have Heart of Stone, but I don't have the Blood and Wine, which I think is the...
Blood and Wine looks really good, yeah.
I'm also yet to play Witcher 3 as well.
Okay.
I installed it and I played it briefly, but I need to get into it, like I did with Fallout 3, where I just immersed myself in it and just kept playing it. But it's like a really big, long game. Like, I'm so bad at playing single-player games, and I'm so bad at sitting down and just playing a game for a really long time that isn't like Apex or something. Where
like a game that doesn't end.
You know, I think me and some other friends have just been like, just don't buy single-player games anymore because they don't play them.
Yeah.
We play so many multiplayer games these days, but single-player games are definitely still alive and people are still playing them.
People love them still, yeah.
You can integrate your friends list at some point, but that's not fully supported yet. We're still waiting for that.
Okay, well, do you want to... I don't know when you want to end this. What's the maximum amount of time for a podcast these days?
An hour and a half?
An hour and a half, okay.
We've got time.
We have 7.5 minutes to end.
Okay, I gotta go. Alright, quick news! YouTube copyright claims have been updated. So today, YouTube came out with a statement that they're making a few changes to copyright claims. Manual claims now require timestamps showing exactly what was claimed. This is amazing. They now have to actually prove what they're doing. And it also, editing tools can now remove manually claimed content and automatically release the claims.
Which is quite like, I actually think this is better than it looks on paper. Like, I know it already looks great, but if someone claims a timestamp, before, people could just like hold the whole video and like basically hold it to ransom. Now, if you remove the timestamp, they have to make a whole new claim because it's gone.
Yep.
Which is great.
And copyright owners who repeatedly fail to provide accurate data for timestamps will have their manual claiming revoked. If there's bad,
I love that.
If there's bad actors on manual claiming, then they're going to get their powers revoked. Dave says 2-hour podcast. We used to do a 2-hour podcast every single day.
It was too long. Hour and a half.
But yeah, that's really cool to see. I'm really excited for these changes.
I'm sure there's going to be some issues like how it's implemented.
We're not going to watch the new San Diego Comic-Con Picard trailer yet because we got completely copy striked last time we watched the teaser trailer. But I give the trailer 7 out of 9. If you know what I'm saying. And we're still debating which data was in the trailer.
Yeah, I think we're going to know more in 2 weeks' time though.
Yeah.
I think more information's coming out.
I think it's going to suck. I read today on Twitter, Red Letter Media said, that SNL skit parodying Star Trek was really funny. Oh wait, that was the actual trailer for Star Trek? I guess I have to wait till it comes out.
Yeah.
My excitement for the new Picard CBS show is just to see Rich and Mike shit on it afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably going to be like more Discovery is my prediction.
Quick news.
I'm quickly going through the news.
What is this?
Super Monkey Ball is coming into Steam on October 31st in Japan, and it might come to Donkey Kongu. It might also come to Steam England, maybe. English?
Possibly.
I like Super Monkey Ball. I've never played it. They've never released it on a PC, I don't think.
Quick news.
Plants vs. Zombies 3 is coming. One of my favourite games of all time, Plants vs. Zombies. It's probably going to be closer to Plants vs. Zombies 2 than it is to Plants vs. Zombies 1, which means it's going to be full of microtransactions, so it's probably not going to be a good game. I still really like the Garden Warfare games, and you can play them on Origin Access. They're good games. Okay. Mushroom Royale. There's a new Battle Royale game coming out where you can collect mushrooms. It looks really dumb. Fuck Battle Royales. Next, quick news. We're going for... No! It's still playing the fucking trailer. Quick news, Tetris Battle Royale is coming to Android and iOS. It was originally on Switch and it was really popular. Tony, where are you going?
I'll leave you the quick news.
Okay, considering the quick news, we're going to the next quick news. Tetris Effect, the other Tetris game that's really popular, that was exclusive on PS4, is now coming to it's coming to PC, but don't worry, it's coming exclusively to the Epic Games Store, so we probably won't play it. Epic Games, speaking of Epic Games also likes Blender. Blender makes 3D animation similar to Source Filmmaker. What does Valve have? They have Source Filmmaker. What does Epic now want? They want their own version of Source Filmmaker. They're going to give a massive grant to Blender. What does Source Filmmaker do? It makes tons of fucking Source Filmmaker porn. So now we're going to have tons of Epic Games Blender porn. That's what's coming with this. Spooky Games, Bendy and the Ink Machine was a spotlight we did for Halloween, and it's very spooky, and I struggled to play it. And there's a new game coming, which I'm probably going to have to play and be so scared and be unable to play because I'm too scared by it, and because I am a wuss when it comes to horror games. It looks very spooky. I also don't understand the story. It always reminds me of BioShock, this game. So we might have to play this at some point. But it looks pretty good. And spooky. Quick news. Blizzard will automatically shut down an Overwatch match if it detects cheating. Which is pretty cool. They have like technology. They've always had like really good anti-cheat technology on Overwatch, where they have like hardware technology that will scan the hardware of your machine to see if you are making a new account from the same computer. And they've also, for years, Blizzard had said, we don't want to add role queue to Overwatch, so you can't queue up as a role. You just have to try and select. So usually what you would get in like high elo solo queue on Overwatch was you get like 4 tanks, and then a couple of them will be forced to play off role.
Oh.
But now they've been fighting making role queue and saying that's not our philosophy, and they've finally given in and they're adding role queue to Overwatch. So lots of people are excited for this.
Why wasn't their philosophy though? Why do they think it wouldn't work?
I don't know. They just wanted people to queue up and just to
enjoy the game. Even though
but the meta of the game is 2 tanks, 2 damage, 2 support. So
if you don't get it, it's then really annoying.
But it's like in League you have like role queue, but like in Dota it's more like you can play whatever you want in any role and it's more open. I think they wanted that where people were more open to experiment and figure out ways to get around the standard system. But they built the game in a point where there's characters like Brigitte, where she's so strong you can't play anything but her, and it completely because of the way they've designed the games, they force people to play like this.
You have to actively balance. Like,
there's always going to be a meta to a game.
Yeah,
right?
You have to be really careful. If you want like a changing meta, you have to be like give the tools and like give and always balance basically. Like, it's got a lot of work to be able to do that. But
to see Jeff from the Overwatch team come down and say, we're going to add role queue, lots of people are happy for that. Speaking of Blizzard ultimately shutting down for cheaters, Apex is going to do it a different way. They're going to match cheaters against each other in their own servers, which I think is hilarious.
Like they're still doing this. I like that.
So if you cheat on Apex and you keep getting matched up against a lot of cheaters, you might be in a cheating lobby. And if you don't figure this out, this is going to be hilarious. Then all the cheaters will have to play against each other. We saw a new trailer for the Netflix The Witcher. It looks better than I was expecting, actually. What did you think? Did you watch this?
I watched some of it, but
when I saw the image of Henry Cavill as Geralt, I thought it was going to be really bad, but then I saw the trailer and he actually sounds okay in it.
He sounds okay, yeah, I agree.
I would much rather have the gravelly voice of from the games of
I just no, I'm not feeling it. It might be a better game spin-off than anything we've had before, but
it reminded me of, kind of looked like Game of Thrones in a lot of ways, like the actual arts, like cinematography.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is Netflix, isn't it? So they
because it looks like they wanted to set up lots of different characters. They weren't just going to focus on Geralt going to a town and slaying a monster. They wanted to have a big, epic, overarching story.
I'd actually prefer if they did that though, like go from Geralt's point of view and like have these like big arching story
quick
behind
news,
it.
The Hindenburg has exploded over humanity. I think that's not quick news because that happened a long time ago.
It was quick to say though.
Yeah. But yeah. Star Wars: The Fallen Order is going to be in the Unreal Engine. Respawn saying, fuck you, we're going to use the Source engine. We're not going to use Frostbite. We're going to use Unreal Engine.
They're using 2 different engines instead of the Frostbite. Don't want to use it. We're not going to.
It seems like it's almost as if the Frostbite engine wasn't designed to be used for every single Origin game ever.
It sounds like it's not designed for any game.
It's definitely good for FPS. Like, it's really good for Battlefield games. Like Battlefront.
It sounds like it's only good for DICE. No one else has really done anything good with it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Droidicas are coming to Battlefront 2. I fucking love Droidicas. I love the prequel content they're adding to.
I love how they make the prequel stuff look good. How have they done this? I mean, the Droidicas always look pretty cool.
Droidicas always look cool, yeah. Yeah, this is coming. They've been doing tons of prequel stuff, and I love prequel memes. I have like a big soft spot for the prequel of Star Wars. So
I love how cool it looks in Battlefront 2. Anakin.
Yeah, everyone's favorite guys, the Droidicas are coming.
I think they are actually the most favorite droids, right? People love Droidicas.
I don't know if they do.
Really?
I have no idea.
I love Droidicas so much. I just can't imagine people not liking them. Yeah, I also love the sound of their guns. It's just so...
Getting a new Anakin skin, General Skywalker. There's going to be community events where if you log in and they'll have like a community goal.
Yeah.
And if enough people... It'll just be taking into account everyone playing the game, and if the community reaches that goal, it'll unlock a skin for everyone. So they're trying to do more community events to get people to play the game and work together. This map looks really cool. It's coming soon. So.
I can't remember what the planet's called, but yeah, it's good.
It's that one where that woman with the blue tentacle hair gets murdered.
Yeah.
Execute Order 66.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know. But that was an original Battlefront map as well with the giant flowers. So I think that's the same map.
It's in a lot of games of this.
EA leaves Battlefront 2, DICE. This is where the fun begins. I just got to stress, if you've got Origin Access, or Battlefront 2 is actually a legit good game. I know you've heard about the press, the loot boxes. They've been removed from the game.
Yeah.
DICE is properly developing the game itself, and it's actually a really good game.
They've got a good...
Ewok Hunt is the best game mode as well. Ewok Hunt is fucking amazing.
They've actually got a good game director in charge of it, and he loves Star Wars. So,
they're making a narrative-based PUBG game led by the Dead Space creator Peter Pan, who also looks like a mafia boss.
He sounds like a mafia boss.
He looks like he'd own a waste disposal service, and you wouldn't want to meet him down a dark alley. But basically, PUBG's making a narrative-based PUBG, and they're also making PUBG Lite as well.
I don't understand.
So I don't know what the fuck's going on with PUBG.
Oh.
What?
Okay, can we also talk about the first news thing on here as well? Because I think that's going to be our day by next.
There won't be a Google Stadia beta before launch. It just works, is what I wrote down. Insert Todd Howard.jpg here. It just works. So if you're thinking, Google Stadia is going to be a day one good experience, no, there's no beta testers. So there is no guarantee this is going to work. Also, when asked about end of line, what's the word? End of line support, they basically just completely dodged the question in an AMA on Reddit.
Was the question talking about the game or like Stadia like going offline?
So the way Stadia, so some people are confused what Stadia is. Games aren't going to be cheaper on Stadia. People were thinking it was like a Netflix for games. You pay for a service and you can stream whatever game you want, similar to like Origin Access, right?
But what they're doing
is what Stadia is it's just basically you're paying a subscription to basically rent a PC over at Google, and then you still have to buy the games.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So
OnLive already did this.
So you're still gonna have to pay full price. You're basically just renting a PC at Google.
Yeah, I thought we were renting a PC and renting the games to make a good package.
So to get on Stadia, you have to have super fast internet,
no latency,
pay a subscription fee,
and
then buy a game
that you don't own.
Actually, I don't know if you have. I don't actually know if they're gonna be a subscription fee for the service.
I think one of the pro ones had it. You got like better something.
But yeah, basically, it's for people with really good internet and tons of money. So why don't you just buy a gaming PC at that point?
So where's the end of line thing coming into it? Is if the developers pull it from the
Well, what happens if Stadia dies? Your game is a copy on the cloud.
Yeah, you can't get it off.
It's not tied to like a Steam
You've
account.
basically bought to rent it, but you can never get it out. Whereas
Yeah.
Steam,
But like on Steam, you don't own it either.
True, but if you downloaded it, it would.
Because I remember we talked about this on the podcast before. Somebody died, and they were like, "Can I transfer this game from this Steam account to another so I can give it to a relative?" And they were like, "No, you can't do that." It's like you don't own your Steam account. If you die, you can't pass on the Steam account possessions. If you did give someone else the password and did it that way, that wouldn't be. I think that's like illegal in Steam's terms of service. Like
I think it's against Steam's terms of service, but I don't think it can be stopped legally.
Mm.
I don't know.
But like you don't own your games on Steam either. It's like that sort of thing.
But if Steam went down, you had anything downloaded.
I don't know. I think Google Stadia is a meme, but it's got Google money, so it's going to keep going
until.
Also,
dies.
Psychonauts 2 is being delayed to 2020. It recently got bought up by Microsoft Studios. We saw it at E3. It's now being delayed. So there's the quick Psychonaut news. That's quick news. What did you want to do? Steam Labs?
Let's do Steam Labs. I have something to talk about, so I might forget.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked at this properly.
Yep.
Interesting. Can we go through?
Which one was your favourite? Micro trailers, interactive recommender, or the automatic show?
The recommendation.
This one.
My favourite.
Mine is micro trailers.
I like them all.
I think the bottom one was the worst.
I
didn't like this one at all.
Why?
It was just a really long trailer, and you have to kind of sift through it.
Yeah, but
find what you wanted to look at.
Can I?
What did you want to say?
I think the idea of this just stays at the top of your homepage, on like the featured page rather, and it just like.
But I'm not someone who's just going to sit and watch.
Yeah,
like, no, 20 minutes of.
I'm okay with this because it's just background.
This
stuff.
is what I did when I watched it.
But
no, not interested.
No. But
not interested.
If you unmaximize this.
Right.
It actually has the game you're currently looking at there. So say it's at the top of the featured page and just like instead of like going through one by one and like the arrows and things.
Yeah.
It's just playing this thing like you basically ignore it most of the time. Something catches your eye like, oh, this looks cool. What is this game? Then you can just instantly click it. I really like that idea.
So my favourite one was the mic trailers, and I got mentioned because I saw this and I said
I like the entire row one.
There's a guy on Twitter that I've seen before called Steam Trailers in 6 Seconds, and he was making this, and it turns out they hired the guy to make it for them.
Really?
From Twitter.
That's really cool.
So
this is really cool as well because I prefer the other one.
Mike Trailers is now an official part of Steam Labs. Check it out. So the guy who was doing this now is now an official part of Steam Labs. So that's really cool.
If you go back to the row, I prefer the row one. Play an entire row.
Which one? Not visual novels.
No, I like this one because like you hover over it and it like plays them all three.
Oh, I hate that. I can only focus on one.
I know, but I find it really awkward. Like I couldn't see what I was like looking at. I prefer the scrolling one as well.
So what I do is I'll go like this.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Oh, this looks interesting.
I didn't like that though. I like them.
That looks interesting.
I like them all playing an icon.
I don't like that one.
Because the problem I have is
interesting.
The problem I have is
that
the screenshots. Yeah, but you having to go through all of them.
No. Yeah, but I'm looking at them one at a time.
I know, but say you having to look at all of them. With the row one, I can just go, no, I don't like any of these from this row. No,
I can't focus on one. I'm still doing what... I'm looking at this.
Yeah, I'm going, no. Yeah.
I'm going, no, and then I have to go...
Yeah,
I have to wait for that to loop. No, but
yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm going a lot quicker.
I don't know. It's like a third-party thing, so...
I think the scrolling one is a good compromise, though.
Scroll to play?
Yeah, because like it's as you're like scrolling down, like it's still technically row, but it's like row scroll. I quite like. So no, I personally prefer the row one, but it'd be cool if you could choose how you saw it though. So I don't see why. There's no reason why you couldn't.
I quite like the interactive recommender. I think this one was really cool. Yeah.
I have two not with this.
Yeah.
This would be really cool in my wish list because I have such a huge wish list thing. If I could sort my wish list out, it would be really cool.
Let's look at RPGs.
Yeah, you can also exclude stuff from your wish list, which is really cool. If that hadn't include only wish list, that'd be really cool.
I'm excluding RPGs. Hang on.
You're going how? You can exclude stuff from your wish list to find new stuff. I really like. If there was an opposite one of this, where it's like only wish list stuff, that'd actually be really cool. Also, like the relevance bar, that's really nice. Like they're really small relevance bars at the moment, but. That's one thing I would say. If you're changing these parameters, like the relative size of the bar should change prospectively to what you're searching instead of like the first initial search.
But yeah, Steam Labs is a really cool experiment.
But I found from this, I was then like adding stuff to my wish list. I was like, found this. I can't remember what the game was called now, but I wanted it on my top of my wish list. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I added stuff to my wish list from the micro trailers.
Yeah, but if you go to your wish list.
Okay. Why?
Okay. Say the most recent game you added, right? You want to make this your number one, which is exactly what I was trying to do.
Okay. Drink C.
Okay. So this is one you most recently added? You swing back recently added? Or was
this is the one at the bottom. This is the one I most recently added.
Yeah, mine doesn't do that. Mine's broken.
Oh, okay.
So I have to go to the top.
Okay.
And I have to search by recently added instead of ranked. I can't do this.
Date added.
Alright, now try and change what order it's in.
Okay. Maybe that's not my recently added, because these weren't on there.
Yeah.
You can't change it. So
Why?
That thing annoys me, that because sometimes I want to...
I want
to go like this to say...
You still can't change it.
I want to put this nearer to the top.
Why, when I change the sort by and the search, can I no longer change the ranking order scheme?
Yeah, that shouldn't.
That is really like, it even deliberately removes it when you start searching. Like, it changes the layout. Why?
Yes.
I want to search for the new game I added and put it right at the top. I don't want to have to search through it and like control F it to find it.
Well, you know.
And even then, it didn't even work.
They've already fucked up with the wish list by confusing people into removing games from their wish list. I don't know, maybe because they've already updated the wish list once and they didn't think of adding that as a feature back then, but maybe when they update the Steam library, which we've seen coming, they might add...
Well, I think someone needs to message Valve about this, because like it's really annoying. And maybe we should do it, but I feel like we're not going to get any... No one's going to look at our stuff.
I'll send an email to Gabe Newell.
Oh, okay.
Because he reads all of his emails.
yeah.
So... He actually reads every single email he receives.
Do you not get Alexa to read it out for him?
I don't know.
He's driving.
He says whenever he's bored waiting in a line or something, he just reads his emails. So
He skims read them first to see if it's a load of bollocks.
He usually just replies to all of them.
Does he?
He usually replies to them when Valve is taking heat, because Gabe's very good at handling the press.
Yeah.
So usually when there's like CS:GO gambling going on, he
handles the press by just saying what he's thinking, and how he thinks it should be happening, which is what you should be doing, in my opinion.
Are we going to end here?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need. We can wait. We can wait.
We can wait to talk about G2A.
Yeah.
So
we can have the G2A.
The thing is, we'd wait to talk about G2A, and there was more fucking news about G2A.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
It keeps getting added.
That's the end of the podcast. You can check us out and everything in between podcast on YouTube, twitch.tv/Scorn if you want to watch live, at Scorn2000 on Twitter. That's the end. Goodbye.
Bye.